Hello, this is Sofia. I am an Empower Love coach, a spiritual healer, and an intuitive. And this month, October 2021, I bring the energy update and the light language transmission for you. And so, since last month, I began changing the whole structure of the energy update. And the way I bring to you the energy update is based on the path of empower love. So, leading your life in love. That's the vision and that's the mission of my work, really. I believe that choosing love over fear is a way. And as we connect to our hearts and we begin leading in love, we really create change in the world. You not only begin to tuning in to your heart and what's important to you, you also begin responding from that place of love for yourself, for the other, and the planet as well. And so I bring you three energies every month. These three energies are qualities to focus on to keep you connected to yourself in the path of empower love. And so the first energy is clarity of vision. And so we are in the month of October. So right now we have moved through the fall equinox on the northern hemisphere and the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. And so in the northern hemisphere, we're moving into the womb. We're moving into that time of darkness and stillness and reflection and going inwards. Whereas in the southern hemisphere, the light is rising. And so they're moving to from spring to the expansion and activity of summer. And so in the northern hemisphere for us, the energies are October is kind of like the last harvest. So just really reflecting what your harvest has been until now. You had spring, you had summer, and so I bring you that question to you. What was the harvest like for you? What did you harvest? What seeds did you planted that came in full growth and very nourished? And it was the whole process was a process that you enjoyed. What was your growth for until now? And so this is a time of reflection, the reflection and contemplation of what was your harvest like. And we are gathering the last pieces of the garden and we're pulling everything out of the garden and using that as compost to nourish the soul for the next season planting. So we begin to also ambition and think and plan what is going to be the next planting season like. What do we want? What seeds do we want to plant? What do we want to bring into fruition? What do we want to create? And what do we want to birth? So this is a time of that in between where you are finishing the harvest of what you have planted last year, and you're also having the opportunity to envision what you're going to be planting. So for the next 3 months of October, November, December, it's a time of really coming home to yourself and begin to envision what who do you want to become? What do you want to plant? What happened with the seeds that it didn't, perhaps you didn't put enough energy or care that didn't come through? And you want to plant them again and try again, or you just want to focus on something else? So, this is a time of clarity and being clear in your vision and what is happening that because the equinox and that moon was so powerful. I don't know how you experienced it, but for me it was intense. There was lots of old and very deep um, conditionings and wounding and emotions coming through, that they were coming into the surface to really be looked at, reflect upon, and be healed. And so, in the clarity of vision, is really being create a space where you can have an honest look at where you are and where you want to be, and what is required, what changes are required within yourself to get to where you want to be, and what things you want to acknowledge in the prosperity and the bountifulness of your life and of your beingness, of all your creations. And so this is a question, where am I going? And I love this because the word that came was the seeker finally sees. So this is a perfect way to move into the next energy quality, that is intuition. So intuition is a big one for this month, and it's gonna be your compass, your northern star, because we are moving into a time where the subtle energy is very palpable, and it's not that it's only on this month. What I want to bring forward as well is that as we continue to raise the consciousness, to raise in our awareness, this is part of the evolution that is happening on the planet, and it's happening, and it has been happening. The piece that now is more palpable, the rays of consciousness and the rays of awareness is becoming more tangible. It has been happening for the past years and years and years, because look at you, everything evolves in life. And so as we're moving through this evolution, it's becoming more tangible in your physical experience. And so the intuition, I just love this piece. The intuition is that sixth sense that we are beginning to integrate in our humanity as a human being, in our human race. We're beginning to integrate and will begin to function from a place of our intuition. And so we're moving from the head into a society that is a heart-based society. And in order to be in a heart-based society, we have to be very acquainted with intuition and trust and love and connection and belonging and vulnerability and courage and community and a global sense that is not only about me, but it's about the others as well. And so as we are stepping beyond what we have known, so it might be a sense that we're returning back to the norm. Really, we're not coming back to the norm. Things have changed. Life is not the way it was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and we are not coming back to what it was. It might seem that way, but we're actually moving and we are entering something completely different. We're stepping beyond what we have known before. And so the mind wants to keep feeling safe and safe and safe. And so this will bring safety. And yet know that through the spiral, it might look like things are the same, but they're not. And this is a good thing. And so this brings me to the next bring the because this is coming up, and I remember years ago, the book, the life of Yogananda, and they also made a documentary. And actually, these memories coming from the documentary, because I remember it made such an impact on me, and I really loved it. And one of the men that were in the monastery with Yogananda, he would sneak out every night to go for cigarette to have cigarettes in the town and go to a bar to have drinks every night. And he would sneak out and he would sneak back in every single evening. And I can't recall how they got to this place. If he finally went to Yogananda and kind of like shared what was happening. And I remember the conversation was like the man approached Yogananda and said, like, I am here, but I have to tell you that every night I've been sneaking out of the monastery and going to the town to have cigarettes and drink, I don't know, beer or whatever it was, and I come back. Every single night I do that. And I remember Yogananda said, I really don't care. I know that you're in the path of spirituality, and I know how the spiritual journey works. When you go deeper into yourself and in that connection with your spirit, things just gonna begin to fall down. All the things that you did to numb yourself, to distract yourself from the path, once you go in the path, there sat all of the sudden those things that you were doing to disconnect, to numb, to distract yourself, you're not gonna do them anymore. They're just gonna fall out. They're gonna fall off. And I know that's true because that's my personal experience. I know that to be true. There were things that I used to do. I used to smoke cigarettes like in my 20s, in my teenage, and as soon as I started the spiritual walk, the spiritual journey, that fall off, fall out. There's things that simply you stop doing. Look at your own life and see the things that you're in your spiritual journey that you were doing that you no longer need to either come in connection, to feel that you can relax and be in a state of calm and relaxation and ease and peace with yourself, or in connection with yourself. So I want to bring this forward because it also applies to the world and what is happening in the world. There's gonna time a time because the whole living body of the earth is rising as the human family and the earth family is evolving, and the race of awareness and consciousness is rising. It doesn't matter how many times you want to put the old into the new, there's going to be a time when the level of consciousness that it has risen to here, it doesn't matter how many times you want to put the old, it's just going to fall down. And it's going to fall down and will continue to fall down because the old can't live in the new. When you have raised the of consciousness level, when you're in love and vibrating from a place of love most of the time, let's say 80%, and then you're 20, you can be in doubt or fear. As long as you're in the 80%, when you are in the 80%, there's no fear. Fear can touch you. Anxiety or doubt can't touch you because it's not in your frequency. There might be somebody that is mad, but it doesn't come and interact with you. And so it's the same thing. Doesn't matter how much they bring something of the old into the new. There's a moment when the whole body of consciousness rises to a certain point that all that is gonna fall. Right? It won't be. And it's anything. It's just like the fruit. The fruit that it has ripened and it's ready, and it's just ready and it has ripened, it falls off the tree. So it's the same thing. And so it felt important to voice that and to say that. I feel it can bring some easefulness to the experiences of those who are listening. And so operating from a new place. So as we collectively and you are stepping beyond what you have known, you begin to operate from a new place. And so trust is very important at this time. And as you trust the unknown and the unexpected, then life can operate from the unexpected and the unknown. So you begin to experience new things, and life begins to operate from that unexpected and unknown. When you are in living from the same reality, you are living from your conditions and behaviors that are in kind of this scope of reality. As you step beyond the behavior, the conditioning, the way of thinking and seeing and perceiving yourself, others, and the world, then you have stepped beyond what you have known. Now you're in the unknown. This is very scary. And yet, when you connect to your heart and you dive into the trust within you and of life, then life is able to bring you from the unexpected and the unknown. And so you begin to experience a different uh, new opportunities and possibilities in your life that weren't available to you before because you were operating from an old conditioning that were repeating ways of thinking, ways of behavior, ways of responding, and ways of attitudes. And so your intuition will guide you forward. So trust. And the last piece is inspiration and higher purpose. So connecting to your inspiration through your higher purpose. We are moving into a society from a fear-based, fear reality society to a love-filled reality, a love-filled society, a love-filled world. This is not about myself because in fear we're only in survival, so we're only focused in the self. From a love-filled society and world, we know we are safe, and from our connectedness and safety, we are abundant and we're inspired from our inspiration that comes from a larger part of who we are, comes from spirit, comes from your essence, comes from the why, your why you made the decision to come from the earth, what is driving you, what is moving you, what does move you in your life. And that inspiration that is comes beyond, it doesn't come from your mind, it comes from source, from life itself, your channel of life, your inspiration, the larger aspect of who you are, your essence. And when you tune into that and your higher purpose, you create magic because you're not only coming into the fulfillment of yourself through your higher potential, you're also thinking of the earth, of the greater whole, of who do you want to become? Who do you want to be? And why are you being who you are? Why I am who I am? What is driving me and who do I want to become? And the seeker finally finds. We become and you become a love finder and a love giver. And so this is a place too of transforming in beauty. And as I was saying with the intuition, as we're stepping beyond what you have known, also that's piece of transformation and transforming in beauty and trusting in life, that life is organized for your highest and best. And so when you're coming from the highest and best for yourself and the world, that is reflected back to you. When you step into the new, you begin to transform from this energy as well. And so these are the three energies: intuition, clarity of vision, and inspiration through your higher purpose. And so the daily practice for October 2021, based on the four layers of being and focus on the energy qualities of intuition, higher purpose, and clarity of vision. The first layer, the physical body, is tuning to your body what feels in alignment. And that can be in anything. If you have to make a decision, for example, or anything, really anything, you just bring that decision into your heart and just see how your body's feeling. And you'll know right away if you start feeling tired or if you start feeling elevated, you'll know right away. So pay attention to your energy levels. Keep moving your body. Qigong, walks, dance. It's gonna be very important this month to keep moving, being gentle with the flow of your energy. Pay attention where you are energetically allowing yourself to be, because something that I want to bring forward is what you see can't be unseen, and what you hear can't be unheard. So be very loving and caring and nourishing to your energy and where you're putting your energy yourself in what situations, in what you're watching, and so on. Creativity and inspiration as another way and continue the flow of the energy, and both of them, movement and creativity, will help you to be in connection with yourself, with your intuition, with your clarity of vision, and with your higher purpose too. So tone, sing, hum, and write in whatever way you want to bring creativity and inspiration into your life. The second level is the mental level, and listen for your inspiration. Mental upgrades are happening. Review patterns of thought. Who do I think I am, and how do I see myself? These two questions are going to help you to have a look at what are your patterns of thought right now, and they're also going to be a bridge into who do you want to become, where you want to be. This is where I am, where I want to be. What needs to shift in my thoughts, in my pattern of thinking here. On the third level, the emotional level, facing fears. So we have been doing this for a while, and the piece here is coming to a place of befriending your fear, not running away from it, not denying it, not shutting it off, but instead facing, having a look at it, and really tuning into what is the message, what is really important to you, what it's inviting you to step towards, and seeing that fear is simply a thought in a way. Yes, there are fears that are logical and that they are actually putting you in danger, but there's other fears that our mind hasn't upgraded yet to really move through it. So as you move through it, you begin to upgrade your body and yourself in the energy of fear. And shift to inspiration is also a very helpful piece. When you fall into fear, move into inspiration, and that's your purpose, your why. Why am I doing this? Why is this important to me? What is at risk? That it feels scary, that I feel afraid, and if this is really important to me, I have a choice to step into that or not to step into that. What feels in alignment? Choose love. So love is letting go of fear. And that's why we're moving from a fear based society to a heart based society, to a heart based world, because we're moving from the head into the heart. What is anger and frustration showing me? What feels at risk? It's gonna be a month where it's gonna be a very emotional month. All these emotions are here to guide you. I keep repeating, the emotions are the language of your soul. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to them. Listen to them. What is the gift? What are they telling you? What are they communicating you? And the last level is a spiritual level. And in this level, meditation, time in nature, dream. So not only sleep and dream, but also dream about your life, dream about the world that you want to live in. Choose, wake up every morning and be, what is the world I choose to live? I choose to live right here, right now in that world. And what do I, choices, and what do I need to see and believe about myself, about the other, and about the world to live and become that world and co-create from that world. And so, time in silence, express your emotions, create a container where you can feel them because that's how you heal them, and also dedicate time for play because when we play, we're in the flow, we're in connection with our essence. And that's the end for the daily practice for October 2021. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it serves you. And I see you on the light language section. Bye bye. Okay, welcome to the light language activation. I'll do one full activation, but you'll hear three different segments. The first segment is clarity of vision, the second segment is intuition, and the last segment is inspiration through higher purpose. So let's begin. Take a deep breath in into the heart and release, and let's do that one more time. Inhale. Ikshuana koala koare tuaya na koana tenia nuare tia ya la kuamana inia tuaya la koana nia naria tuaya tuahma ipia wa koala kanya yatra nuaya tania ya la oria tuaya na deo tuaya la kaya ya inia ya tuaya la kuama ya kuahamare tuaya la ya na ira la ya da taya tuaya la kuaya na nia oi tia tia ya na tuaya na tia ham. Ejianaya, Oniatuayala, Iniatuayama, Quayanawane, Iriatuayana Quai, Ialaqua Hamanere, Oriatuayala Quai, Oniatuayatwarene, Ishianawayala Quayana, Umia Yuayate, Arialayana, Hialakayala Quayala, Nahialaye, Oniaya, Hoya, Waya, Waya, Iriaye. Taking a deep breath in into the heart. Honoro yata yata ya hom ishiana kuala te ho inishiane yata ye iriato yala ta isiana ya kuai iriayena ta ya homa hey homa hey Mahayo Mahai Hakoyawa Hokoyawa Hamahayareyo. Taking a deep breath in into the heart. Sofia Tayanai, Ore Toya Wafumalai. Ikia Haya, Ikia Haya, Ikia Haya, Ikia Haya, oh, oh, Ikia Haya, oh, oh, Ikia Haya, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Taking a deep breath in into the heart. Beautiful. How about beautiful, magical, and wonderful, insightful, inspirational, envisioning, and clear and intuitive month. Bye-bye. So, lastly, I want to share what is going on here on the path of Empower Love. On November 1st, I'll be opening the first journey of the Alchemy of the Heart online, and it's happening for 12 weeks from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. And this is going to be a beautiful journey of exploration, of coaching, and also of movement, and really diving into the connection with your essence, with yourself, and understanding of yourself in deeper and at deeper levels. So then you come out into the world and show up as a leader of your life, empowering love, and also from a place of belonging to yourself. And on February 1st or 2nd, on February of 2022, I'll be reopening a new class again of light language that is communicating the universal language of light. So, awakening to the language of your soul to be a clear channel to experience speaking, singing, writing, and signing light language. And that is on February 2022, and it's for 8 weeks. And at the end of the 8 weeks, you have two mentoring coaching sessions with me of 30 minutes to continue the integration of the journey. And the sessions are two-hour sessions every week. And you also have you will need at least an hour of homework during the week to practice, to really be in that energy. And you share this journey with a partner. So everything, all the personal guides that you take home every week, you have somebody to do the work with and share that journey with somebody else that is going through the same things that you are going through and experiencing as well. So you get an opportunity not only to share your light language with them, to receive it and share the feedback as well. And so that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.